Hi guys, let's take a step back and learn about the VideoStudio timeline. In the top left corner we have the preview pane. Up here you can preview what's in your library or in your timeline by simply pressing play. And on the bottom half of the screen we have what we call the timeline. So let's go ahead and add some media. We'll create a new folder and call it Sunsets. And then we'll click on the File folder to import our media. Up top in each folder we have 3 filters. You can filter between seeing audio, music, and video files. This becomes extremely helpful when you have a lot of files in a single folder. But let's go ahead and highlight our 2 video files and drag them to the timeline. So let's talk about the timeline. On the right side you can zoom in and zoom out on the clips. You can select this icon, which is Fit to Timeline, which essentially means you can zoom out and see everything on your timeline in one view. To the left, we have Storyboard View or Timeline View. Storyboard View is extremely useful if you want to add a bunch of clips and reorder them, but this tutorial will focus on the timeline. So now let's go ahead and select our 4 images. We'll drag these onto the overlay track. Now the reason this is the overlay track is because these images or media, whatever you put on here, is showing on top of your main track. Whatever you put in the main track by default will be fit to screen. Whatever you put in your overlay track is right now a picture-in-picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the clip, and then in the preview pane we can resize it, we can reorder it. I'm going to right click and say anchor to top corner. I'm going to select options, and here I can select the motion of how I want it coming in. So I can have it coming in from the left, I can have it fade in, I can really customize what I want here without using the transitions. So I'm going to apply grid lines here because what I want to do is put these 4 photos in each 4 corners. So the grid lines will help me accurately do that. Once I have this one photo set up, I'll right click on it, select copy attributes, and then I'll select my other 3 tracks, right click, and go paste attributes. So now these are all set up with the same attributes that we just set for the one in the top left. So let's go through the rest of these clips and let's anchor them to the right corner, the bottom corner, the left bottom corner, until it's set up as we want. So what we have now is these 4 images fading in and out one after another. But what I really want is some overlap between the fade in and fade out. So in order to do that, I need to separate these 4 clips onto 4 different overlay tracks, so separate lines for each. In order to do that, I need to go into my track manager, which is this button over here to the left, and increase the number of overlay tracks to 4. So now we can see that this has added some additional tracks for us. So what we're going to do is drag our pictures down one by one to each individual tracks with a little bit of overlap. What we'll do next is drag the end of each photo so that they all end and fade away at the same time. So simply select the end of the track and you'll get this little arrow and just drag it out until it automatically kind of clips to the end of wherever you want it to fade out. So let's scatter these a little bit. So now you can see when we play these, no longer do we have the pictures fading in one after another, but there's overlap between them, which is the exact effect I wanted to do and show you. So other things on the timeline. If you select the icons, you can see they're grading out a bit, which essentially means we're hiding this layer. This becomes extremely useful when you're working with various layers and want to mute out an audio track temporarily. You can always go back into your track manager, add additional overlays, title tracks, whatever you need for your project. So let's unselect these so we see all of our lines back. Now let's talk about locking tracks. So if I decide I no longer want this first track that I have in my main timeline, when I delete it, the top track kind of moves, but what I have as an overlay does not. So if we click this lock icon and go through and lock each individual line, now when we go back and delete that clip, the overlay tracks will move with the top, which is important when you're working with big projects and a lot has to line up with dependencies and titles. We can drag the length of the top video to the left to shorten it. And that's really the basics of the VideoStudio timeline. Of course, go in, add filters, add titles, transitions. If you click on an individual clip and select options, you can change colors, you can reverse the video, add freeze frame. There's lots of other tutorials that cover all those features, but I just wanted to show you how you use the timeline to zoom in, zoom out, add new tracks, and really make sure you're comfortable using VideoStudio. Leave us a comment if you have a question. Subscribe to the channel so you're sure to catch all of our videos, and we hope you have fun using VideoStudio. Thanks for watching.